There's something about being able to do it ourselves that gives a sense of accomplishment, a sense of significance, and the feeling that, you know, I did this and I was successful. Um, when we have to depend on other people and we may receive things and as gifts and we may be happy about it, but it's different if we did it ourselves. For example, I can go to the store and buy something, but if I make it myself, then there's just more a sense of I made this. In Haiti, um, when we had lived there in 1989, 1990, we had helped to the people there to build a church building. After the earthquake in 2010, there were a lot more people who started coming to church. Like there had been about 175 people coming to church, and then after the earthquake, it went up to like 350. So there were like twice as many people coming. And I told the pastor after that, well, I don't know. I just in New York after 9/11, that happened too. In the United States, like more people started going to church, and but a year later, church attendance had kind of dwindled down to what it had been before. And so I don't know if those people are going to stay. So he would tell them at the church service, he would tell them, now I know that you people came because you're scared after because of the earthquake. He said, if you think that I could have died in that earthquake and I'm going to start going to church so that to make sure that I don't die in the next earthquake, you're here for the wrong reason. Because there are lots of people who went to church every Sunday who died in that earthquake. But if you're thinking, I could have died in that earthquake, and I don't know where I would be in eternity if I had died in that earthquake, and I want to come to church to make sure that if I die in the next earthquake, I'm going to go to be with the Lord Jesus, then you're here for the right reason. We can help you with that. Well, surprisingly, a lot of the people stayed, and they didn't have enough room in the church for everybody on a Sunday morning. Some people were sitting outside, and so they thought we should enlarge the church. We should build a piece onto an addition onto the building. So they talked to the mission to see if the mission would help them with building an addition onto the church. But the mission said, no, you have a church building, you have a school building. We have locations that don't have a church building or don't have a school building, and we're not going to put any more money into buildings at your location. So they got to talk about it, said, well, what shall we do? And they said, well, let's see what we can do by ourselves. So they started raising money and taking offerings, and they pooled their money, and they got enough of money to build an addition onto the church. I was there for their convention. Every year they have an annual convention, and people come in from other communities, from other places. They stay there from Friday until Sunday, and it's a big event. They have 700, 800 people there for the convention. And the people who had been there for the convention the previous year, now they were people were coming back, and there was this addition onto the church building. So at the church services, they would say to the people that were there for the convention, you see that since you were here last year, we have this addition onto the church building. And we know that you think that the mission gave us the money to build that addition onto the church building. But we want you to know something. There are no white dollars in that addition. We did that ourselves. It was our money that paid for that addition. You could just feel the sense of satisfaction that that wasn't given to us by somebody. That is our own money that built that addition, and it was good. That sense of accomplishment, that sense of satisfaction. Sometimes we think it's easier. Well, I'll just go ask somebody to help me. I'll go ask somebody to do it for me. I'll go ask somebody to give it to me. But the sense of satisfaction comes from when we do it ourselves. We put in the money, we put in the hard work, and we actually make it happen ourselves. That brings dignity and worth and value to us as people.